Welcome to another Unreal Engine 4 tutorial. It's been a while, I know. I just got too much going on, but I'm trying to, squeeze in a little Unreal from time to time anyway. So yeah, a while ago I got a question from Twiz Gamers, and they said, please can you work on an enemy wave system or a spawner with rounds, sort of like Call of Duty Zombies. Thank you. Woo woo woo. And yeah, I'll show you one way to create enemy waves. It might not be the best way, or hello, did you just stop? Well, no, yes, it didn't stop. I have to pay attention to my microphone, because yeah, whatever. So one way to create enemy waves, and we will create kind of 3 different waves with increasing difficulty. We won't actually create the enemies, because you can create enemies however you want and then spawn them with this system. Okay, so as you can see, this is just a first-person template, which is good enough, and I want to spawn the enemies from this wall, I figured. So I'll just move these boxes out of the way. And please don't be in a hurry. I need to take the time I need to take to create this. So if you're in a hurry, then go somewhere else. And we will move the player like so. So the player will start here. Okie dokes. Okay, so let's create a new folder. And we will call it spawning enemies. Why not? And we will create quite a few blueprint classes, yes. So first one, blueprint class, actor, and it will be the enemy portal, the portal spawning the enemies. And the next blueprint class will be a character, and we will call it the enemy. Simple as that. And we will create another blueprint class, and we will call it, no, it will be an actor, and we will call it easy. And another blueprint class, actor, we will call it medium. It's medium. And another one, and it will be called hard. Now select everyone and save them all. Okay, so let's first open the enemy portal. Attach it up here and add component. Find a box collision, and we will call it portal box. And I will make it a little bit longer, a little bit higher, a little bit thinner, and there we go. Compile, save, go back out into the level, and drag it into the level. I'll have it up here, so then, yeah, and a little bit rotated like so. So they will just be spit out, pew, 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 into the level. Perhaps a little bit longer, like this. In there. Let's change the material on the wall, just because. Wow, that's something. That's really something. Yeah, whatever. But the enemies might, pop up from anywhere, perhaps. So, hello. There we go. So if they want to jump out side of our level, then we need to kill them off so they don't fall forever. So I will find a kill Z volume. There we go. Drag this in. Change perspective to top. Zoom out with mouse scroll and then place it in the middle. And scale it up and scale it up and scale it up and scale it up. And scale it up and up and up and up. Just make it really huge. And then change perspective to left. Drag it down here. And then change to right just to see. It looks good. Like this. And then back to perspective. Okay. It should catch them all. It should catch them all. Let's see. Okay, I want to have it a little bit further down like that. Okay. So now let's save again. And then select the enemy blueprints. Here, add components. And let's just find a skeletal mesh that can... No, not a skeletal, just a plain static mesh. Perhaps a cone. Let's turn it upside down. This is the enemy. It's not a real enemy. Just a placeholder enemy. Like this. And add a point light. What is it I'm trying? Yes. Like this. And I don't want the attenuation radius to be that huge. Red. Increase the intensity. Like this. Dangerous enemy. Now, let's give this enemy a box collision as well. And we will call it enemy box. And make sure I could probably use the capsule, but I won't. I'm using this. So now we're just making sure that the player's bullet can kill it, you know, not because I have to, but it's easy to do it, so let's just do it, right? So with this box selected, choose on component begin overlap, then drag this out and take cast to first person projectile, isn't that right? I think that's right. And then connect object to other actor, then simply take destroy actor. So when the first person's projectile, which is the first person bullet, hits this, you know, it's destroyed. It's just that. So that's a nice little enemy. Now back to the enemy portal. We will go into the event graph and we will delete all of these. Now right click and create a custom event. Call this easy. Now take this out and search for get all actors of class. And which class is it that we want? The enemy class. Then drag out actors and take length, which is, you know, the length of the array. And just take less than. You know, you could use this to tell, you know, this event how many enemies you want to spawn. But I'm gonna set it up so it's a timer that decides for how long it will spawn enemies. So just make sure it's like a high number, 100 should be okay, because then it will spawn enemies until the timer runs out, rather than controlling it from this place. Yes, okay, so drag this out from get all actors of class and take a branch, and this will be the condition. So as long as it's still under this number, it will keep spitting out enemies. Then drag out true and search for spawn AI from class. And the pawn class surely is the enemy. The location where they should spawn from will be the portal box. So just select the portal box, drag it in, take get, and drag this out and take get world location, and put this in there where the location is. So there we have, you know, this is just an event called EC. So let's go fix the EC one. So we go back out and we save, and then we open the EC blueprint class, and inside this one we will create yet another box collision, and this will be the collision that initiates the spawning of the enemies for the EC mode. So let's say it's a doorway like this, and we will make it unhidden in game so we can see it. You should probably create some kind of mesh for it or whatever, but that's not a big deal right now. And then search for text render, because we will make sure we can understand what this is. So here in text I'll write EC. Well, that's screamy, isn't it? Easy, like that. Is that how EC is written? EC? No, that's not right. This is right. Okay. You know, this is just placeholders. You make this however you want to make them. So select this collision box. We will call it EC box. I'm just compiling and saving all the time because, you know, that way I know I don't forget it. So with this EC box selected, take on component begin overlap. Then first we will cast this, cast to first person character. This way we make sure that only the character can collide with it. You know, it only registers overlap by the character itself and not, so if some of the enemies cross it or anything, it won't like reinitiate the spawning of the enemies. Yeah. Now drag this out and take get all actors of class, and we will find this time enemy ebony enemy portal, and then drag out actors and take get. You don't have to fill in anything here. And then drag this out and take set timer by function name and connect object to this one. And the function name, of course, will be, if we go back to the enemy portal, EC. So just to make sure we actually write it correctly, you know, the same way, we copy this word and paste it in here like that. And then we want to spawn an enemy every second, for example. I think this is per second at least. And allow looping. If you don't allow looping, it will only spawn one enemy, and that's it. So allow looping. Allow it. Okay, let's see that it works. So I'll go back to enemy portal, save and compile and save, and then save the level. And we will drag out the EC doorway into the level, turn it around so it points to the player like this. And let's see. I walk through it, and here the enemies are spawning. They look very happy to be alive. Oh. And it just spawns and spawns and spawns until there's 100 of them. And I couldn't even kill them. That's because I forgot something. So go back into the enemy, select the box, and then go to, let's see, in the details panel, we will fix the collision. First, simulate physics. Then collision. Take custom and simply ignore all except projectile. I think that should be okay. Let's see now. Go back out, save again. And here we are. No. They still don't wanna. Still don't wanna. What am I forgetting? Could it be this one? No, you know, it's not that really a big a deal, because you will have your own enemy anyway. So it's more important to make sure it works, and it does spawn, so that's good. So now let's just make this finished. So after it spawns, we go back to the enemy event graph. No, easy, yes. So after this, we want to make sure that it actually stops spawning at some point. So we will drag out, and we will create a delay, and this will be the timer for how long we will spawn. So let's say just 5 seconds, because this is a tutorial. So for 5 seconds you will play the easy mode, the easy wave, and when it's done we will print string, for example, and we will say easy completed. Yes. And after that, we will set a new timer. I can actually just copy this. Now, make sure you connect this object to the get, and just double click on the wire to create a reroute node. Now, remove looping here, because then as soon as it's done it will stop spawning enemies. And what I'm gonna do is, since I'm gonna create 3 of these game modes, I will encapsulate, you know, like the doorways for the 2 other game modes in something, so they won't be accessible until you have actually finished the easy mode and then the medium mode. So I will create inside the easy here. This is a little bit hackish, but it works for, you know, for this tutorial. So add components, and then just create like a cylinder and place it next to this. And we'll just make it a little bit bigger. If you don't understand why I'm doing this, you'll get it later. Like this, and I will give it a material glass so you can see what's behind it. It's like one of those glass tubes in Resident Evil. When you see these monsters and whatever, you know they will come later. So out here you will see you have this glass thing. Compile and save. So what we will do is, in easy again, go back to event graph, and when it's done doing its duty, we will simply take destroy actor. This way, when it's done, it will be destroyed. Let's see. So go into easy, it will spawn enemies for 5 seconds and then destroy itself. Boom. And it stops spawning enemies. So that's exactly what we want. Now go into medium and we will repeat the process. So we will create a new. Okay, we could probably do this easier, but yes, let's try to do it easier. I'll delete hard and medium and we'll simply duplicate easy. That's better. So duplicate once and call it medium, and duplicate medium and call it hard, and save them both. Now go into enemy portal and we will create custom events for both of these. So select, right click, custom event, call it medium, select this and just Control V, Control C, Control V. And these will be pretty much the same, so we can do it again. And the last one, right click, custom event, hard. Now probably you could just connect both of these to this above one. Let's do it hard today. Let's make a lot of things we don't actually have to create. Okay, so go into the medium and just go to viewport first. Make sure the easy box now is called the medium box, and the easy text is now called medium. And I want to change the material on the cylinders to statue glass, like so. Then go into the event graph and we will change where we see fit. So since this is a little bit more difficult, we will change time to 0.5 to make sure the enemy spawns quicker. And the function name, we will find it in the enemy portal. So we will copy and paste this medium text and paste it in here. And the duration might be, let's say, 10 seconds instead. And then change the print string text to medium completed. And also change the color on this to something else. And on the timer that will stop it, 0.5 here as well. And then destroy actor, which will destroy itself plus the capsule thing. So go back out and drag in the medium, turn it around, and place it inside of this box like that. Now if we play, we can't touch it, and that's good. So if we go into easy, it spawns its enemies, and then when it's done it opens here, so we can go into medium and it will spawn enemies quicker and for a longer period of time. Okay, it works, so let's save and let's create the hard mode, or just double click it. First go into viewport, change the easy box to hard box, change the easy text to hard. And since we don't have another one after this, just delete this capsule and then go into the event graph, and we will replace where we see fit. So this time it can spawn enemies even quicker. So 0.25. Function name this time should be hard. Let's go into the enemy portal and see. Yes, it's hard. I'll just copy it and paste it in the function name. And the duration here might be 15 seconds, and then change the text to hard completed. Text color could be red or pink or whatever you want, and then set timer function name, and is gonna be 25 as well. And remember to also change the function name here, so that's hard as well. And now I think perhaps I forgot in medium, so I just have to go back and see. Yes, so in the medium we all probably forgot to change it to medium. Just make sure it's the exact same name, so it's actually finding your custom function or event. Okay, so compile, save, go back to hard, and this should be awesomely perfect. So take compile and save, go back to enemy portal, compile and save. Everything is compiled and saved, then go back out and save the level. Now we will drag the hard mode into the level like this, and we will place it inside of the glass capsule thing. Turn it around like this. You see where this is going, right? Okay, so let's save again and see if everything works. So here we go. We can't reach these, but we know they will come. So we go into easy, initiate easy mode, bam, 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 mayhem, but we can't see anything. And then easy is done, and we can take medium, boom, bam, 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 bam. Nothing happens because I don't know how to do it. Yes, I do, but not now. Yeah. So medium spawns enemies quicker and more enemies, and then hard opens and it spawns enemies crazy quickly. And there's so many enemies they don't even know where to stand anymore. It spawns and spawns and spawns and spawns. And then it is done. So yeah, this was kind of beautiful actually. So yeah, you know, this is one way you can actually create waves of enemies and control how difficult it is, you know, simply by saying how many will spawn how often, you know. So, and I have a way to create an enemy that follows you. I will link to the video in the description, and so you should be able to do that tutorial and then come back here and create this wave system, and it should work together, you know. So yeah, hopefully that was helpful, and I wish you a very perfect day. Take care.